Welcome back. I've got Julie Kellogg back in studio with us this morning. She is a psychic medium here to tell us a little bit. Earlier this morning we talked about the Night at the Museum event that's coming up in Parsons this Saturday. You're going to be doing readings there at the museum. I'm curious though, you've been in the museum multiple times. Do you feel anything when you're there?
Yes, I actually do, everywhere. Any museum that I go into, any thrift stores and things like that, it's pretty interesting. My assistant and I went through, about a month ago, we did a walkthrough and videotaped information that I got on certain items. So I'll reveal that at the event as well.
Oh, that'll be cool. Yeah, something to add to the tours there. So to participate in the Night at the Museum event, you need to register in advance, and you can find information about that on both Julie's Facebook page and the Parsons Historical Museum Facebook page, a link to the ticket site as well.
Yes.
When does the event start?
It's at 6:30 Saturday. Mm-hmm. It'll run through 8 o'clock, and then we have the private tour after that through the museum.
Okay. And then you're going to be doing readings to help people possibly talk to loved ones that night as well.
Absolutely. And do some teaching as well, and tell some stories and answer questions.
That's cool. I do have some questions for you.
Okay.
You talked about you do a lot of clearings. Like your shop is in Columbus, but you work with people all over the world. How does that work?
Well, the internet is fabulous in that way. So a lot of people think, why are you just now coming out? Why am I just finding out about you? And I've been doing this work more than half my life. When I was in college, I discovered the internet, and it gave me the ability to connect with people then. But now I have a website, and so people can find me simply by a Google search. And I do the clearings, as we talked about, and I also work with psychic medium children. Growing up as I was, this wasn't something I sought out. It's just who I've always been. It's just the way I've always been, and it might seem really unusual, but I have memories of seeing spirits from when I was an infant even, and I verified things with my mom where we lived, and so I know that those were accurate memories. And my life growing up like this was not that easy, so it's dear to my heart to work with kids who are like me.
Are you able to go out into public and identify other mediums as well?
I can, but the thing is that I don't walk around just reading people.
Yeah.
I always say that's like looking in on someone in the shower. You don't want to do that. That's not nice. So I don't, and that's a misconception, is that when people meet me and they find out what I do, or maybe they knew before they met me, and I'm like, I'm not, it's because they'll say,
I don't want you to know. Yeah.
What can you tell me? Or did you already read me? Did you just read my mind? And I'm like, no, I don't do that. I don't do that, not unless you come to me and ask of that. I'm not looking into your life.
So what are the different things that you do as a medium? You talked about the clearings. Step me through that process.
Okay, so this time of year I get a lot more private messages or emails, and it's not necessarily for readings, it's because with all the spooky stuff going on and more people are watching scary movies, that entices things. So if there's earthbound spirits around, they'll want to hang out and they want to be around that creepy stuff. And so people start having things happen in their home, or their children might be experiencing things. If they have a psychic medium child, that ramps up. So I have a lot of people, it's a rescue me, help me kind of thing. But the clearings, I can be anywhere because I just see all of that in my mind. And I know it sounds crazy to some people, and I can't fully explain how it happens because, sometimes for me, I'm even like, this is just so unbelievable that this is even possible. But I know by the work that I've done and the help that I've given people that it's accurate, it's true.
So you can actually help them, and not physically even have to be there, help them remove these unwanted spirits from their home or from their can you remove them from their person? Or?
Yes, so if they have attachments, it's different than having a building or a property haunted. as someone is haunted. It's an attachment, and it's not the same as someone being possessed. That's really rare. And that's one of the misconceptions, is that you can have attachments, you could have spirits follow you, and they can really disrupt your life. And a lot of people start seeing that, you know, and like you could even go buy a car. This is an example, a new car. Suddenly things start going crazy for you in your life. And there could be some spirit that is attached to that car that's causing some disruption in your life. And so, yes, I've cleared cars too.
There you go. And if it's on your, like following your person, you actually teach them what they need to do to get them from coming back.
Yes, because when they contact me, that gives me the opportunity to look into their life as well. So I can clear those spirits and entities up from their life. And then because I'm looking into their life, I can see what kind of things they might need to change so that they are not hospitable to those things again. Because what I clear can't come back, but if you don't change things in your life, then other things can come back. Most of the time that happens with trauma, and I heard you talking about the children in the other clip, and I think about parents when they don't, when they discipline the way that they do, if they spank or they're really harsh in their discipline, that can cause trauma in a child's life. So even children can get attachments. When we have trauma in our life, no matter what that trauma is, it allows an opening. Sorry, I'm stuttering, but I'm trying to explain this effectively in such a short time. That is such a deep concept that I have information on my website about that too.
Okay.
So.
And if you'd like to learn more about Julie Kellogg's work, you can check her out on Facebook and just search for Julie Kellogg.
Yes, and my website is theunexpectedmedium.com.
Yep, there you go. And you can also get tickets to the Parsons Historical Museum's Night at the Museum event this Saturday night. Just check them out on Facebook. And do you know how much tickets are for that? Or?
They're $25, and we are just about sold out.
Oh, so you better do that quick. And that again, it's at 6 o'clock on
6:30.
6:30 on Saturday evening at the Parsons Historical Museum. It'd be a fun event to check out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right. We will be right back.